We've all been there, stuck in a boring meeting, in the middle of a lecture, or even while binge-watching your favorite show, when that uncontrollable urge to yawn hits. You try to hold it in, but then boom, you've become a full-on yawning machine. It's like yawning has its own social agenda. Watch one person do it, and suddenly, you're in a yawn chain reaction. But seriously, what's the deal with yawning? Is it just because we're all secretly tired? Or is there some bigger, wackier reason behind this bizarre body behavior? Let's unravel the mystery of why we yawn, and trust me, it's not just about being sleepy. So, what exactly happens during a yawn? So, what exactly happens when we yawn? Well, it's not just about opening our mouth wide and letting out a big sigh. Yawning is actually a deep, involuntary breath that kicks in when our body decides it needs a reset. When we yawn, we take in a large breath through our mouth, followed by a slow exhale, almost like our body is taking a mini break from its usual breathing rhythm. This pause in the cycle of our normal breath is a unique moment that doesn't happen with any other action, making yawning stand out as a fascinating reflex. Interestingly, during this brief pause, we might feel a shift in the usual rhythm of our breathing. It can feel a bit strange, like a sudden interruption to the flow of air we usually take for granted. And even though we don't fully understand why this pause happens, it's almost like the body hitting refresh for a moment, offering us a reset before we continue on with our day. So next time you yawn, remember, it's not just about being tired, it's your body working behind the scenes. The traditional theory, oxygen and carbon dioxide balance. For a long time, the most common theory behind yawning was the need to balance oxygen and carbon dioxide levels in the body. The idea was simple. When we're tired or bored, we breathe more slowly, which means less oxygen is coming in and less carbon dioxide is going out. Yawning, according to this theory, helps us bring in more oxygen and expel carbon dioxide. However, recent studies have cast doubt on this theory. While it sounds plausible, there's more going on behind yawning than just a need for more oxygen. So let's move on to another, more exciting theory. The brain cooling theory, a cool idea. Now here's an interesting twist. According to recent research, the reason we yawn might be more about brain temperature regulation than anything else. Yes, you heard that right, your brain might be overheating, and yawning could be its way of cooling down. You see, the brain functions best at a specific temperature. After a long day of activities, whether it's studying, working, or even playing video games, your brain can become exhausted, which leads to an increase in brain temperature. This heat buildup can impair cognitive functions, making you feel sluggish or tired. So how does yawning help? When you yawn, you inhale a deep breath of air, which helps cool the blood flowing to your brain. The cooler air helps bring down the temperature of the brain, which improves its efficiency. Think of yawning as your brain's own little cooling system. Did you know? Fascinating facts about yawning. Believe it or not, even unborn babies yawn. It's an intriguing and adorable phenomenon that might sound strange at first, but research has shown that fetuses developing in the womb often yawn, although we still don't fully understand why. Some wonder if babies are picking up the yawn bug from their mothers, but whatever the reason, it's an interesting glimpse into how yawning starts long before birth. Speaking of yawning, have you ever noticed how contagious it can be? It's like a domino effect. One person yawns, and suddenly, everyone around them does too. Even the mere thought of yawning can trigger the reflex, suggesting that yawning might have a deeper connection to empathy or social bonding. It's fascinating how our brains are hardwired to mirror the actions of others. And here's a fun fact. Did you know that we're more likely to yawn in winter than in the summer? Studies show that the colder temperatures of winter seem to trigger yawning more often than the warmth of summer. In fact, your body doesn't need to cool down as much in the summer, so yawning becomes less frequent. However, during the chillier months, yawning may be your body's way of helping regulate your temperature and keep you comfortable. It's just another quirky way our bodies respond to the world around us. The contagious yawn, a social phenomenon. We can all agree that yawning is contagious. When someone in a group yawns, it's almost guaranteed that others will soon follow. But why does this happen? One theory is that yawning serves as a way to synchronize group behavior. Some researchers believe that this shared act of yawning could have evolved as a way to communicate alertness or a need for rest within a group. When one member of a group yawns, it may signal to others that it's time to take a break or that someone is feeling fatigued. Interestingly, yawning can even occur in non-human animals. Social animals, such as primates and even dogs, have been observed to yawn in response to seeing other members of their species yawn. This suggests that yawning might play a role in social bonding and communication across various species. Yawning and the brain's cool down. Think about how you feel after a long day of intense mental activity, perhaps studying, working, or even binge-watching your favorite show. Your brain has been working hard, processing information, making decisions, and keeping you alert. But eventually, your brain can get a little too warm from all that activity. That's when the yawning reflex kicks in, offering a natural solution to a temperature problem. It's like your brain's version of a cooling fan. This theory has been supported by a variety of studies, and researchers now believe that yawning helps to keep our brains functioning at an optimal temperature. This cooling effect might be why we feel more alert and energized after a good yawn. The surprising link between yawning and sleep. Yawning is often seen as a natural signal of drowsiness, but its connection to sleep runs deeper than most people realize. Have you ever found yourself yawning after waking up from a nap or just before heading to bed? That moment when your body seems to stretch itself in preparation for rest. Yawning is more than just an involuntary reflex, it's a key indicator that your body is transitioning into sleep mode, helping you relax and let go of the stress of the day. Interestingly, yawning can also play a role in regulating your sleep cycles. When you're sleep-deprived or feeling restless, the frequency of yawns increases, signaling that your body is trying to maintain alertness while also preparing for rest. It's like your body's own way of keeping the balance, ensuring you don't become too exhausted while it gears up for your next period of rest. This fascinating link between yawning and sleep helps explain why it's so common to yawn during moments of tiredness and why your body often yawns as it adjusts to your sleep schedule. It's an automatic response that helps your brain stay cool and ready for whatever comes next. The link between yawning and empathy. Here's something truly fascinating: yawning could be tied to empathy in ways we never thought possible. Research has shown that people who are more empathetic tend to be more susceptible to contagious yawning. In fact, if you're someone who feels deeply connected to others' emotions, you might find yourself yawning when you see someone else do the same. This could mean that yawning isn't just about physical tiredness, but also about emotionally mirroring the people around us. Imagine it, by yawning when others do, we might be subconsciously signaling to our brains that we understand and share their feelings, almost as if we're bonding over a common experience. It's as though yawning acts as a social cue, strengthening connections and fostering a sense of unity. This makes yawning seem like more than just an involuntary action. It could be nature's clever way of helping us stay attuned to others, making sure we're emotionally in sync. Could this be one of the reasons why yawning feels so contagious? Perhaps it's a way for us to deepen our emotional connections and respond to the needs of those around us. And there you have it, the mystery of yawning unraveled. Who knew something so simple could be so fascinating? If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of yawns, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more mind-blowing facts. And hey, if you feel like yawning now, we totally understand.